Good morning. Thank you for joining my channel. My name is Better Days, and I'm going to be reading from the Book of Enoch. This is the first book of Enoch, the Book of the Watchers. There are 36 chapters, and we are going to start on chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch, with which he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless people are to be removed from the earth. Verse 2. And he began his story, saying, I am Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, and who saw the vision of the Holy One in heaven, which the angels showed me. And I heard everything from them, and I saw and understood, but it was not for this generation to know, but for a remote one which is to come. Verse 3. As I began my story concerning the elect, I said, the Holy Great One will come out from his dwelling. 4. And the eternal God will tread on the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear in the strength of his might from heaven. 5. And all shall be afraid, the watchers shall shake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them from all the way to the ends of the earth. 6. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be laid low, and shall melt like wax in the flame. 7. And the earth shall be completely torn apart, and all that is on the earth shall be destroyed, and there shall be judgment on all. Now this is referenced in Revelation 21, 7 through 8, which says, He who overcomes will inherit all this, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexual immoral, those who practice magic arts, the adulterers, and all liars, their place will be in the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. Now verse 8. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect, and mercy shall be on them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall prosper, and they shall be blessed, and the light of God shall shine on them. Now this is referenced in Revelations 21, verse 23 and 25. The city does not need the sun or the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and the lamp is its lamp. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their splendor onto it. On no day will its gates ever be shut, for there will be no night there. Verse 9. And behold, he comes with 10,000s of his holy ones, saints, to execute judgment on all, and to destroy all the ungodly, wicked, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness, which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Now this is referenced in Jude, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and all of their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Chapter 2, verse 1. Observe everything that takes place in the sky, how the lights do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in heaven, how they all rise and set in order, each of its season, proper time, and do not transgress, defy their appointed order. Verse 2. Consider the earth, and understand the things which take place on it, from start to finish, how steadfast they are, how none of the things on the earth change, but all the works of God appear to you. Verse 3. Behold the summer and the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, and clouds, and dew, and rain lie on it. Chapter 3. Observe and see how, in the winter, all the trees seem as though they have withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees, which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years until the new comes. Chapter 4, verse 1. And again, observe the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth, and you seek shade and shelter because of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with growing heat. And so you cannot walk on the earth or on a rock because of its heat. Chapter 5, verse 1. Observe how the trees are covered with green leaves, and how they bear fruit. Understand, know, and recognize that He that lives forever made them this way for you. Verse 2. And all His works go on before Him from year to year forever, and all the work that and the tasks which they accomplished for Him do not change, and so it is done. Verse 3. Consider how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish their course, but do not change because of His commandments. Verse 4. But you have neither held nor have you done the commandments of the Lord, but you have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your unclean mouths against His greatness. O you hard-hearted, you shall find no peace. Therefore shall you curse your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied, and in an eternal curse you shall find no mercy. Now this is referenced in Deuteronomy 11:26-28. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, if you obey the commands of the Lord your God that I am giving you today. The curse, if you disobey the commands of the Lord your God, and turn from the way that I command you today by following other gods which you have not known. Verse 6. In those days you shall make your names an eternal curse to all the righteous, and by you shall all who curse, and all the sinners and godless shall curse you forever. And for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. Verse 7. And all the elect shall rejoice, and there shall be forgiveness of sins. and mercy, and peace, and forbearance, and joy. There shall be salvation for them, a good light. And for all of you sinners there shall be no salvation, but on you all shall abide a curse. Verse 8. But for the elect there shall be light, and joy, and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. Verse 9. And then wisdom shall be given to the elect, and they shall all live and never again sin, either through forgetfulness through pride. But those who are given wisdom shall be humble. Verse 10. And they shall not again transgress, nor shall they sin in the days of their life, nor shall they die of the anger or wrath of God. But they shall complete the number of the days of their lives, and their lives shall be increased in peace, and their years will grow in joy, eternal gladness and peace all the days of their lives. Now this is referenced in Isaiah 65. Verse 1. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, until a nation that was not called by my name. Verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto the rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens, and burneth incense upon altar of bricks, which remain among the graves. This is verse 4. Which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. 5. Which say, stand by them thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. 6. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silent, but I will recompense into their bosom. 7. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains, and blasphemy upon the hills. Therefore I will measure their former work into their bosom. 8. Thus said the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Chapter 6. Verse 1. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born to them beautiful and fair daughters. Genesis, this is referred to in Genesis 6, 1-3. And it came to pass, when men became to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always thrive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Verse 2. The angels and the sons of heaven saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and have children with them. And Shimei, who was their leader, said to them, I fear you will not agree to do this deed. Verse 4. And I alone shall have to pay the penalty of this great sin. Verse 5. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual curses, so we will not abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then they all swore together and bound themselves by mutual curses. 6. And they were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared in the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual curses of the act. The author notes, Jared is the father of Enoch. Mount Hermon is located in the highest point in Israel. It covers an area of about 5,000 acres and is about 2,814 meters above sea level. Now this is referenced in Jude 1, chapter 1, verse 5 and 6. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not, and the angels who kept not their first estate, but left their own inhabitants, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. And these are the names of their leaders. This is verse 7. Samalias, their leader. I'm sorry, I am having difficult reading some of these names. Arapica, Remel, Kobiglel, Tamil, Ramel, Daniel, Ezel, and Barkul. Author's notes. Samazal could be another spelling of Samazas, and possibly in the same entity. Okay, verse 8. Azel, Armos, Bethrol, Anidel, Zekel, Samaspil, Satal, Turo, Jomath, Sarel. These are their chiefs of tens. Now this is chapters 1 through 6. I'm going to continue reading through. I hope you follow along with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are I hope you want to know more. If you've not already received this book, you should order it and follow along with me. We're going to go through all of these. That way we can have an understanding together. God bless. And until next time.